The greatest mistake in the conception of man is mankind believing it can control its creators, be it a god and nature. The greatest mistake in the conception of Lake Powell is man believing they could control the Colorado River. It is no secret right now Lake Powell is at a record low and only projected to get worse. But there are many questions, and hopefully I can answer some of them. Should you come to Lake Powell now that it is so low? The short answer is yes, and do so while you still can. We have boat launches open and we still have rentals and services available. But as for the long answer, Lake Powell is so low that some of the most pristine beaches have been replaced with cliffs, rocks, and mud. You can no longer visit some of the many jewels that Lake Powell once offered. Lone Rock is no longer alone, it's just a rock now. Whole canyons are no longer accessible. Marinas, once a speck compared to the lake, now boldly pronounce themselves. Boats are running into rocks left and right. But that is not the whole story. Where one story ends, another begins. New beaches are surfacing, unmolested sand, rocks, and ideal camping spots are appearing, and now Lake Powell is not only showing it did offer treasure on the surface, but also within its depths. For the first time since Lake Powell's inception, there are large swaths of pristine sandy beaches in Navajo Canyon and many other canyons. The canyon walls are over 100 feet taller than they were before, only adding to the raw, unparalleled beauty of this place. New slot canyons, caves, and sunken boats are springing up as the water recedes. New experiences that you will never forget are in abundance. Those who say there is not enough water here have retreated, and now the lake is open for those who realize that this lake is still well over 150 miles large. And, well, Lake Powell has always had navigation hazards. I'm not sure if there is any lake large enough for those people who think Lake Powell is too small, and that is their loss and our gain. Lake Powell has always supported millions of people, and for the first time in history, you have the opportunity to support Lake Powell. It is no secret that the city of Page and several others that make Lake Powell a possible thing for so many are struggling. They still want you here. Quite frankly, we still want you here. We have no vaccine passport, vaccine card requirements, restrictions of movement, or people lined up to berate you for your beliefs. There is no authorities lurking about like a snake in a bush waiting for you to sneeze. Lake Powell's people will welcome you here with all their heart, and now more than ever people need to heal. The world is on fire, but it's clear skies and good times here at Lake Powell. If you make the journey to this place, it will heal wounds in your soul you never knew you had, and then some. For those of you who have never had a soul, or lost yours, your soul will find you here in Lake Powell if you give it enough time. This lake is something spiritual, that I have even witnessed the unspiritual experience. Is there a greater time to visit Lake Powell? Well, as the saying goes, there is no time like the present. I hope you found this little tidbit helpful. If you like this content and want to help me out, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel and one day be able to make videos about boats, boat life, and of course Lake Powell full time. I'll also be uploading a video of all the footage I took for this video without me blathering on in the background, so if it is uploaded, feel free to check it out and get inspired about Lake Powell. I hope to see you on the lake. Until next time, this is Thor, signing out.